America. But there's nobody else running for president who wants to spend any money on reparations to undo the crime at the heart of the Constitution of the United States of America. Yeah. So if you look, I'm telling you, I've walked the walk, but I'm also saying this, I am talking the talk. We have the most aggressive HBCU program. Every single issue, as far as I'm concerned, has a substantial racial part of it that people won't address, whether it's education or housing or criminal justice or climate. I don't care. Every single one of them has a dramatic racial aspect to it that unless we deal with up front, we're not going to solve the basic problem.
That's right.
So I like to be open about it. I like to be straightforward about it. I like to deal with race openly, because how else do we actually come up with the repair and move on together to the kind of just country we want to be? So let me say this. We're going to have to beat Trump. This is the last thing I'll say. You guys, we have to beat Trump.
Yep, sure do.
He's not the spear, but he's the point of the spear. So we're going to have to beat him, and we need someone who can take him down two ways. We have to prove that he's a liar about the economy. He stinks for the economy. He stinks on the economy for the American people. He has what I call the Mar-a-Lago economy. It's good for the people in the bar at the Mar-a-Lago Country Club. It's not good for anybody else. And you know, I'm talking about a plan of a 10% tax cut for everyone who makes less than $250,000. I'm talking about over 4.5 million union jobs around the country, because we have to rebuild this country, and the African American community has to be at the front of the line for those jobs.
That's right.
Good paying union jobs. And you should know, I've been working for a $15 minimum wage since 2012. And can I tell you something? A $15 minimum wage is not enough. The national minimum wage is $7.25, and by my calculation, it should be $22. That's a minimum wage where people have a living wage that they can live in across the United States of America. So, the last thing I want to say is this. I can't leave this stage and have my daughter not kill me if I don't ask you guys to be precinct captains. I believe that I have the strongest record, the longest record, an uninterrupted record of recruiting people in the African American community to run for office, to support them in the run, and to try and register. We run one of the biggest grassroots organizations in the United States, and part of it is called Black Lives Rising. We are intent on building political power for the African American community so there's actual results. And I believe I will never, ever, ever walk away from this community. And I want you to know that. And in return, if you will help me as precinct captain so that my daughter Evie does not slit my throat while I'm sleeping tonight, that is the most important thing you can do. Because we are in a very dangerous situation. Very dangerous. And the African American community has been the moral leadership of this country for generations and centuries. And I've been saying all along, I believe the African American community will choose the Democratic candidate, and I believe the African American community will choose the President of the United States, and I think it's appropriate. So I'm asking you to help me to be precinct captains and to turn out, because I believe in my heart of heart that the choice that the African American community makes, and I hope it's a combined choice so everybody knows, is going to be the right choice. It's going to be the one I'm going to want to support. And I believe it's going to carry the force of moral history for over 400 years to take us to turn the page on these radical right-wing Republicans and get to a better place in this country.
WTF!
I would really love you guys. They want me off the stage, but I will answer anybody.
I'm from South Bend, Indiana, and you're the only person that I trust to help our family. And I just need you to take this letter and please, if you read it, we just need help. I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
I got it.
Please, please,
Listen, what we see in this country is a need for change and a need for a government. You should know, our campaign is over 50% people of color. Our campaign is over 50% women. Our campaign is 30% LGBTQ. That is the kind of administration I would have, just so you know. Come on, you guys, let's win. Win. Let's kick his ass. Let's kick his ass. Time, he's been kicking our ass. Okay, we got a deal. I will.
You will make the difference of a century with that letter, please.
You're going to get a more polite person up here now.